What is up, everybody? This is Lyle, No Hippie Trucking and Transportation, still coming at you from Centennial, Colorado. And as I'm looking at this video, I could tell it's about time for me to cut this hair back, but I'm gonna be out on the road for a while, so I want to cut it right before I leave because this is getting out of control. But I just wanted to do a video real quick on how I handle claims with Prime. And the reason I'm making this video is I got a message last night from a driver that recently went out on their own, had a claim, and they were texting me asking me this question. Now, first of all, if you happen to have my number and you're in a situation where you need some immediate help, just call. If I can answer, I'll answer. You know what I'm saying? So, and if you don't have my number, email's in the description. You can always leave me your phone number down in there or any questions you might have. But how do I handle claims at Prime? All right, so I'm going to take you through this step by step. This is how I handle it. I'm not sure if there's a different way or a better way, but I did speak with claims a couple years ago, and this seems to work for me. Now, if you happen to be running a lot of produce loads, this is that time of the year, and it seems like those are the loads that I'll get claims on the most. So as far as claims go, you have overage, shortage, and damage. Now, overage, you're going to have stuff left on your truck. Shortage, obviously, you're going to have an empty trailer. Damaged, you can still have a damage claim where they've actually accepted the product, but generally, if it's going to be a damage, you're going to have stuff left on your truck. Now, before I get into this, the best place to handle this is at the receiver, okay? If you're empty, maybe not as much, but while you're going through the claims process, sometimes they may ask for more information and you might actually have to go in and speak with them to get that information. That typically doesn't happen though. So starting from the beginning, I go pick up the bills. First thing I ask, was everything fine with it? Did you guys get everything? Or something to that effect. That's my first thing right there. They say no or yeah, whatever. If they say no, obviously I'm still going to look at the bills to verify that information. So let's say I look at the bills, there's an issue, or they tell me there's an issue. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to call the claims department. I'm never going to enter in the depart until the claim is actually completely handled. And that means if I need to drop something off, some overage at another receiver or anything, I'm not going to do any of that until I'm not going to do the depart until everything is handled. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to call the claims department. And it's going to be option 1. If you don't know what that phone number is, just go into like your macros and click report a claim. And then I think step number 4, if you click on that, it's going to give you the phone number for claims. So what I do is I have that programmed into my phone. So I see there's a claim, kind of figure out what it is. First step, I'm going to call the claims department and go over it with them. So they're going to ask me, well, let me take a step back. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a picture of any of the product that may be left on the trailer. If that's the case, I'm going to take a picture of my bills and all that kind of stuff. I'm going to send that in through the claims. Like if you go to your load, you're going to click on report a claim. I'm going to send all that in to them first. I'm not going to scan it in like I'm completing a load because you're going to have to scan that information in twice. So if you scan in a bill of lading to claims, that does not keep you from having to scan it in with your depart. So that's going to be the first thing. I'm going to scan everything into claims, whether it's like what's left on my trailer, if there's any damage, whatever. I'm going to scan in the bill of ladings, and then I'm going to call the claims department. Option 1. Then it's going to ask you if the load is originated from the southeast, northwest, central region, whatever. I'm going to click on that phone prompt to wherever the load originated from, and I'm going to wait for an answer. If this happens to be at night, you may be in for a long wait. During the day, maybe not so much. So I'm going to get on the phone with the claims person. They're going to ask me a series of questions. What's the product code? What's the product? Whatever it is, I'm going to give all that information to them. I'm going to also let them know that I've already scanned that information in. They're going to give me a claim number. Now, that claim number, I'm going to write that on my bills. Now, if you happen to be empty, what you might be thinking is, okay, well, I'm empty. Let me just go ahead and do the depart on it. If you click that you have a claim, it's not going to put you in queue to get another load. That's why I'm saying to call claims first. Get the claim number. Then what you're going to do, if you are empty, you're going to do your depart call. Once they say everything's fine, or if they tell you, let's say you have some overage and they just say dispose of it or whatever. Once they say you're all right to go, I'm not going to click that I have a claim on that load when I hit my depart call, because you'll never be in queue to get another load sent to you if you have a claim in process. So once you have a claim number, there is no claim on that anymore. So I'm going to click no. Now, if they tell you to go to another shipper, or not shipper, if they ask you to go to another receiver, or if they ask you to go to, if they send you somewhere to donate the product or whatever, two things on that. First of all, you're going to want to get, they're going to give you something acknowledging the product, which you're going to need to send in with your bills. Secondly, I'm not going to enter that information in as a depart until I'm fully unloaded, because you're going to be getting detention or layover or something along those lines while this entire process is going on. So if I deliver a product, they have a claim on it, it's overage, and they're saying, okay, well, deliver it to this next place tomorrow, I'm not going to do my depart call on that load until it's completely delivered and I'm empty at that next place the next day. Okay. Make sure that, obviously, like I mentioned before, it's best if you do all that stuff on site. You definitely do not want to leave the receiver with any product on your truck until claims gives you the all right to leave. Now, sometimes it is a little bit hard because some of these places are small and you just can't sit around and wait for claims to handle all this stuff. But do the best you can. If it's parking outside the receiver, whatever, because I've had a case where I've had a claim, we had some overage, called claims. The initial thing I was planning on doing was just leaving to go to a truck stop and dealing with the claim there, but they actually had me go, I think they worked it out, and I went and delivered the rest of the stuff to that same receiver. And also, you're getting paid detention that whole time while you're going through this product or layover or process or layover while you're going through all this. So if nothing else, if you don't get anything out of this video, first step, if you have a claim, is call claims and just have them walk you through the process. The first time might be a little uncomfortable, but once you've had a few claims, it's just a very simple process to go through. The hardest thing to deal with claims, especially while they're trying to figure out, if you're on the East Coast and your load originated in the West Coast, if you're delivering at 5 in the morning, it's going to be 3 in the morning in California. It's probably going to take 5 hours for you to even get a response back as to what you're supposed to be doing with that product. But that's pretty much how I handle a claim. I don't know if that's the only way or the best way, or if that's the way that they preach. Well, I can't even say that because they really don't tell you how to handle claims all that in depth at Prime. But first step, just make the call. Tell them this is your first claim, have them walk you through the process, and they'll get you through it. But like I said, if you happen to be one of the people that has my phone number, if you're going through some stuff and it's kind of an immediate problem, just make the phone call. Like I said, if I can answer the call, I'll answer the call. If I can't, I won't. But sometimes a text just isn't the best way to get me. You know what I'm saying? And if you happen to be a viewer of my channel and you have any questions or anything like that, my email is always in the description below. Feel free to use that email to ask some questions. If your question's too in-depth, I may ask you to give me a call or something like that, because sometimes answering these texts could be, or you know, emails could be longer than the actual phone conversation. But anyway, that's how I handle it. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments below, or if there's a different way that you handle claims, leave that in the comments below as well. I appreciate you guys stopping by No Hippie Trucking and Transportation. As always, comment and subscribe. I'm out.